It's Layno from Team Producergrind. We also got Ikari in the building, special guest for today's Zoom group class. Ikari is gonna show us this dope orchestral melody that he made.
The red is my original melody that I came up with, and there's a trick you can do in Contact. So when you add two instances of something, it gets routed to different MIDI channels. So you'll see over here that says MIDI 1, this is MIDI 2, and the orange is basically MIDI 2. So whenever I play something, whenever I play something with the orange, it's gonna be the other instance of Contact. So that's basically a good way to save RAM and stack your melodies in one piano roll.
Damn, I didn't know that about Contact. That's dope.
Yeah, you can also cause you know these banks use a lot of RAM and shit. So you can like purge your samples. Basically, like when you hit purge, it means that like every sample that you play gets loaded and every other sample gets discarded from the RAM.
Okay, it's kind of like consolidate or freeze in a way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It kind of saves that CPU.
Yeah. So this staccato melody, they're both staccatos. I mean spiccatos. I don't really know the difference, but they both high string spiccatos. They just sound a little bit different. So yeah, just for fullness and variation. So like that's what I started with, and then I went to these low strings, and I basically did the same thing with the MIDI channels. Pulled up the Metropolis Arc 1 again, and I had these sustains. I kind of wanted the spiccato to be the main melody, so I just wanted this to accent it. So if I can just mute the spiccatos. I bet. So this is what I had. And I just added some spiccatos just to make it sound more full. That shit's just like under the main melody, just to, you know, I don't know. Those spiccatos kind of make it feel like there's something in the next room type shit. So yeah, so I moved on to these high strings, still Metropolis Arc 1. This is fairly simple. I just copied and pasted the low string melody, and I just put it here. This part right here, it's kind of to lead. It's like, yeah, it's to lead into the second part. So like this melody in the first 7 bars is pretty low, and these 2 notes over here introduce the higher notes. It gives you, I don't know, it kind of like tells you what's coming.
Good.
And then I had this brass. Yeah, so straightforward. Copied the low notes again. This choir, copied and pasted the low notes again, and I just stacked it. This is Storm Choir Ultimate. It's the only instance where I didn't use Metropolis Arc 1. Everything was just copy paste really. I just wanted the staccatos to carry everything, and like layering all the notes in every instance just makes the melody sound full, so you really don't have to add that many instruments. Once I have like a full melody established, I'll go ahead and break it down, and then I'll like try and put some variations with my strings or whatever. But as long as like this is just a bass line, you know, I could leave it like this or I could build on it.
That's
when
dope,
it comes
man.
to mixing, I mean, just simple leveling, put a soft clipper so it doesn't peak. EQing the low end out on everything, putting reverb on the high strings, and that's it. I just be listening to trailer music all the time. Listening to trailer music, video game soundtracks, movie soundtracks, all that.
Hey, good shit. With the 808s. The B. It's a little lower than the C. A little darker. Hey. Made it a little lower. Yeah, there we go. Hard. Now decay is a little too long. So it's like, and then that low cut, because you hear that low end's too much reverb. Hard. There we go. This one loud. Too much. One less. Half less. Shout out to Ikari, it's the final beat. Orchestral melody flip, had some triplet drums, on some little baby trap type movie-esque.
Oh my god, Layno, you on X Games mode.
Shout out to X Games Gang for tuning in. Hey.
X Games Gang.